Red Zone Day, been a good week. We understand the challenge in front of us, and we've had a good week thus far, so finish it out strong today. Questions?
To get to this day, given last week's struggles in the red zone?
I'm sorry?
How eager have you been to get to this day, this week, just to work on the corrections from last week?
Yeah, I think we all feel that way, and I know us as coaches, but the players too. You could feel the urgency just in the walkthrough we just did, and I think all of us want to spit that bad taste out of our mouth. So this is step one to get it done.
Obviously, we like to keep the football as much as possible. We saw the news about you with your home and everything, and safety concerns. I guess for you, you've been one of the rare coaches who've experienced arguably more fame as a coach than a player. You probably didn't think about balancing the fame with this as well. How has it been for you balancing this new level of fame that you're hitting with staying safe at the same time?
Man, I don't, no disrespect. I don't even want to go there with any of it, Eric. Just, it's all good. And, man, I got a job to do. My primary job here is to coach this team and have them prepared every week. And I got to do my job, and that's the sole focus.
Do you want to say anything to fans? After the playoff game with the fan stuff at the house, is there anything message you'd like to convey to fans?
No. I love our fans. Fans are unbelievable, man. This city, there's nowhere that I would want to be or any other team I'd want to coach for. It's rare to have an environment like we have and to be able to coach here, play here. And I tell our guys that all the time, man. This is a rare spot, and you better enjoy it because not every place has it like we have it.
Last year we talked about it quite a bit where you guys didn't lose back-to-back games. It's been about 2 years since that's happened. Beyond just being a good team and having good players, what's the key to that? Why are they so good at flushing mistakes?
Well, look, I think it's the guys that we have, right? It starts with us coaches, but it's also it's why we acquire the players that we do in the draft. It's why we sign the free agents that we do. It's the urgency that we have. It's the willpower that we have. And so I just think collectively, man, we understand what it is. We don't lose confidence. We don't get flustered. We just go back to work, and we've done that again this week. And that's the best way to give yourself an opportunity to get back in the win column.
A couple of classic Friday injury questions. Terrion's missed a couple days with an illness. A little bit different with a rookie, I imagine. What's it looking like for his status? And then Alex got back to practice yesterday. Obviously, he's still in the progression, but is he taking the steps forward that you'd hope coming out of protocol?
Terrion, so today will be a big day for him. And he was out there and walked through. He's feeling much better. And so, today will be important for him running around practicing to see what it looks like. But I'd say he's trending the right way. And Alex is really the same thing. He's been going through the protocol, and he was out there. He ran around a little bit, and we'll see where he's at today. And there again, it's just it's hard to say. You just never know with the concussion protocol.
Jack being like the logical step in, but I was curious with the whole green dot element of it. He's capable, so is Derek. How do you go through the decision-making process of who's the sideline communicator during the week?
Well, some of it is who's going to play the most or in the most packages. Certainly the guy who has the cleanest communication is always going to play into that, And so there again, we feel very confident. Look, all of those guys are going to play. Every one of them is going to play. Jack's playing. Obviously, Jack and Barnes, there's no question. So's Rodrigo. So's Germ. Neiman's going to play. We're going to use these guys.
What kind of bonding opportunities, camaraderie comes with the first road trip of the year, both, what you remember as a player and then what you've seen as a coach?
Yeah, I always think there's something special about going on the road, and you mentioned the first one. It's, I really do feel like it's kind of perfect right now. We had 2 home games. We love being at home. But, we lose a tough one there last week, and I think, man, it can recenter you, because you go on the road, it's just you, and now we'll probably have some fans there. There's no question. But until we give our fans something to cheer about, it's just us. And, they'll be into it over there. Those guys are going to play hard, and so you just kind of get in your bunker, man, and it's just you guys. And it's I don't know, man. That camaraderie, there's something about it. You know, when you're put under a lot of stress and you know, you got to make decisions, you got to play for one another, and everything's kind of against you, man. It really makes, I think it bonds your team.
Is Melifano an IR candidate? How's he coming along?
Yeah, Brad and I have talked about that. He's progressing. He really is. He's progressing. And I would say no. You know, now that can change depending on if something happens here with everything else, the rest of the roster. But right now, I don't feel that way, and he is getting better.
Just presumably the way you talked about Tim Patrick earlier in the week, he's going to be part of your game day plan. I'm just curious the logistics of it with the guy on a practice squad, a veteran like that. Coaching is obviously a two-way street. Do you just have a conversation with him like, hey, we're going to keep elevating you until we figure things out, or do you need to get him on the active roster sooner than later?
Yeah, he what he knows is, hey, man, I'm playing. You know, I'm going to play. And so whether you're putting him on the roster or he's up, you know, we only have 3 of those elevations per player. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. If somebody wants to poach, then we got a decision to make. But until then, you know, the plan would be to elevate and use him, you know. So we expect to use him more this week. He's had a good week of practice. You know, I like him. I really do. He fits us, you know, just the way he is, the way he works, his attention to detail, and he brings a little something different to us. He's a big guy, man. He's a big target. He's physical. He's tough. So I'm glad he's here.
Last question. Graham, is there any update on him and whether you think he'll play?
Yeah, he's good. He's doing well. You know, we took care of him on Wednesday, but he's came back yesterday, practiced, no issues, and so he should be good.
How was your line played so far this year? I mean, you think they're one of the best? I mean, maybe they had a little hiccup last week. Are you pleased with what they've done overall?
Yeah, I think they've done a good job. I mean, look, you ask any of them, they would tell you they hadn't played their best game yet. You know, and us collectively, we have not played our best game yet, offense, defense, and special teams. But that's the whole point of what we're doing now, and it's about playing your best ball by the time you hit the end of the season, and you gotta improve a little bit every week. So, no, I am not discouraged with that group. And look, I go back to this. We knew we were going to throw it quite a bit last week, but anytime you throw over 50 times, you're putting a strain on your O-line. I mean, that's the truth. So, and ultimately, we'd love to be balanced more times than not, and that plays right into the hands of our O-line. Okay.